The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll try the sweep with Elliott, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Kill, kill, kill. 57 to Mike, 57 to Mike.
Now Elliott. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, Elliott. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Quan Alexander, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! 21. Here we go.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. Well, Raheem Mostert, he was great in that NFC title game, 220 yards. But Super Bowl, 58 yards on 12 carries, though he did score the touchdown in the 3rd quarter to put the Niners up 20 to 10.
And think about the journey of Raheem Mostert and what he's traveled, that he has a 220-yard game, 4 touchdowns in the NFC title game that you just mentioned. But only getting 12 carries in the Super Bowl, I don't think in his wildest dreams he would have thought, I only got 12 carries in the Super Bowl. That tells you how valuable he became and what people will focus on. And don't forget Tevin Coleman, the great comeback from the dislocated shoulder against Green Bay in the title game. 5 carries, 28 yards in the Super Bowl, came back to start that game. Showed a great amount of toughness, but they didn't run it nearly as much as we expected, and they ended up with the result that maybe was unexpected too, a loss in the Super Bowl.
Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Hey, gun.
He's mine. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go. 180! Hey, alert!
Under 10, 10. Watch out. 25, check 25.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Check 13. SOS. Watch twist. Check the backer.
This is Mostert. And he'll go down at the 28. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 28.
Brings up 3rd down.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180!
Alert flare. Watch that. 49, check 49.
I got this.
Slam.
Mostert. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
13. Switch. Hey, gun.
Here's Mostert. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up first and goal.
Yeah, it's some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down.
Here we go.
And at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Switch it. Come on.
11.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Hatchet.
I got you.
He's moving, boys. He's moving.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Smalls. No. Big dash.
Hey, gun.
Check three. Hey, watch it.
Go ahead.
They'll try to run this one in. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
It's third and goal.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
You got tight right there. Check 24. Check 26. Switch.
I got you.
Motion backfield.
On third down, here's Coleman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth.
Let's get it.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a first and 10. First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. Second and 6 coming up. The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down now, it's Elliott. And all the way down to the 35. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 35-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. second quarter. 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job is a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. A first down carry by Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. 10th carry now for Elliott. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That backs them up 1 yard and brings up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. And you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
50 seconds to Mike. Exit. Check three. No. Swerve to A.
On third down, Elliott. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Jim.
Elliott. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. This is Elliott. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Forbath will put this one through, and that will knock things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey, here we go. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Don't get nervous.
One, Omaha.
Hey, watch out.
Check it.
Now this time, Garoppolo will throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he's got some space here. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. This will be taken short.
The Niners take over first down at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go, here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
Check 55 to Mike. Here we
Two.
Here we go. Whip. Watch the whip. Check 99. Check 99. Bang, 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 bang. Check 52.
Now the Georgia Southern man is Matt Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards there and a Niner first. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check. Hot route. Hot. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Lucky. Chef. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Throwing first is Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards there and a Niner first. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
You.
12.
Check nine. He's checking. Crash. Shift. Rush in.
On first down, here's Breida. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Six guys. Check 6 guys. Slam. Joker. Switch. Check.
They run again with Breida, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going on the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
55. You ain't going nowhere.
Garoppolo now. That'll be complete to Breida. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
21.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Be good. Shoot. Back.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Check. Fresno. Kill.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Robert Quinn in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Able to put it through, and they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. We still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but a second field goal now makes it a 6-3 score.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would call this the definition of winning ugly. To me, this is gorgeous. I'm a defender, right? I love these kind of games. The tension is high. Who's going to make the play to win it? And right now, that field goal may be the advantage that they need.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Under 10. Under 54.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43.
Good.
Here's Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Kill.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes. D Ford, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Watch the screen. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, here I come.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. Touchdown, Cowboys! Randall Cobb, 52 yards. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Second and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Get that quarterback. 13. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Check Mike. Watch it divide. It's been a long day for you. Mike.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check it back. Alert flare.
Here's Breida. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They run with Breida. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Switch. Check 11. Clock. Hey, wahoo.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Come on, switch it. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now it's Breida. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Check the out. Five. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
Now Garoppolo. Over the middle to Kittle. Complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. To throw is Garoppolo. Looking for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
21. Here we go.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Go! Pick the edge. Go. Check three.
12.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
George Kittle, incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike's 54.
Hey, gun.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Cowboys are going to win this football game. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like open up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. And we'll get ready for the trek back to the city as we say so long from Santa Clara.
What a great city it is. We're going to have a blast tonight.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. From my heart and soul and so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they actors, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Nashville. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end.